Welcome friends of the IoT world. My name is Arnie and today we'll talk about the structure of Node-RED and how to organize the flow of data, because this is a common question in our community. In highly complex environments, we want to have an overview of the data. And we also want to make the whole thing transparent for third parties, for example other users. For that, I will show you how to process machine and sensor data and use it to improve your own production. We will structure a Node-RED flow according to the UMH data model. Therefore, we're going to connect a Vago PLC via OPC UA and a Siemens PLC via S7 and then share the intermediate and final results stateless to short flows via the MQTT interface. Let me now switch to Node-RED and show you the individual steps. First of all, to feed the system with as much useful data as possible right from the start, we recommend adding shift for each machine as the first step. To create these shifts automatically, we use the cron-plus node, which needs to be installed to your Node-RED palette in advance, a function node, and MQTT out. Shifts are then always created at specific times, for example every workday at 9 AM for 8 hours, without having actively take care of it. To see how to set up the cron-plus node, check out the link in the description. The function node then messages the accept timestamp and the time span until the end of the shift. Overall, we recommend creating the shift directly on the server and not on the edge PC, so that if a machine is not powered at the time of shift creation, there are no problems. The next step after creating the shift is to create 3 so-called flows as a basis. The first flow is about the raw data for extracting relevant data from other sources and bring them into United Manufacturing Hub. If you're not sure what I mean by raw data, check out our docu on learn.umh.app. The contextualized data gives meaning to the relevant data and converts raw values, process values, into usable information. And finally, the production data models the state or output of a machine or asset. Let me now dive into the first flow, where the data is all raw data. That means it has not yet been contextualized for further use or assigned to a machine. In particular, this includes all data from machine controls on our microservice like Sensor Connect. For this purpose, various interfaces, such as Siemens S7 or OPC UA for machine controls are used. In the first flow for Siemens S7, you mainly need 3 nodes. The first node is the S7 in node. Here, the desired variable can be selected and the important setting can be configured in a way that the data is only sent when the value changes. This is not the best setting for every S7 in nodes, especially values which are necessary for the machine state, we'll come to that later, shall be important on a regular basis. The next node will be the function, where all relevant data gets filtered and prepared. My colleague Jeremy has already made a detailed video on how to process MQTT messages. For the setting of the nodes and to see how such a function looks like from the inside in general, feel free to watch this video. Afterwards, the MQTT out node will send the raw data with a specific topic to the database. The topic is formed according to a certain structure and makes it possible to clearly assign the sent data. To find out how the topic is structured, check out our topic structure article. For the OPC UA interface, a timestamp is needed first. This triggers the OPC UA interface at a set interval. The OPC UA item will be different for each value of the machine. The OPC UA client then enables the connection to the PLC. In contrast to the Siemens S7 interface, we need a filter that blocks the values until they change. As this setting cannot be made in the OPC UA nodes. The next nodes include the function and MQTT out and are identical to those of the Siemens S7. You can simply copy them and adapt it to a specific variable. In the next flow, the data is prepared for various assets. An asset can be a step, machine, plant or line. It uniquely identifies the smallest location necessary for modeling the process. We need an MQTT in to catch the specific topic and value, a JSON node which will format the object, and the function. Inside the function, the values are, for example, rounded, offset against each other, filtered, blocked or simply transformed. This is necessary, for example, to determine from an absolute vibration with the help of threshold values whether the machine is actively producing or not. Furthermore, the MQTT data is made available for Grafana in this step through the MQTT out node and the corresponding topic. As said before, raw data and process values were converted into usable data in the previous step. Now, production data is used to model the state or output of a machine or asset. A message is sent here each time the asset changes status. Different statuses can also be process steps, such as setup, post-processing and way more. Subsequent changes are not possible. So again, we need a MQTT in node to catch the topic and the value. A JSON to format the object, and for example a switch to distinguish between the activity 1 or 0 determined in the second level. Afterwards we need two functions for each status. A status can then be, for example, producing at full speed state, or unspecified stop state. At the end, we need a MQTT out node with a corresponding state topic in our case. That's it. The video has showed you how to create a well-structured Node-RED flow as it used by us in the IoT. So now you can build a Node-RED flow without losing track of the data, a flow where the data is processed statelessly, and also future users are able to extend or update the flow. The next step is now to visualize the data and create your own Grafana dashboard. In the 5th video of our series, Setting up the United Manufacturing Hub, Jeremy explains how to visualize live production data from the UMH stack using Grafana. Thank you very much for your time. Always feel free to join our community on Discord. The link for our Discord channel is in the description. Because on our way to a digitized production, we are all united. See you in the next video.